Welcome back to the channel, boys. In today's video, we get right down and dirty. We get to restore the hood cowl, the hood scoop, and we get to tackle the trunk and a lot of dirty places that need cleaning. Let's go. What is going on, beautiful people, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Your boy here, Javi Vibes. Again, for the new guys currently working on a 2002 Mustang GT. We're going to be doing some restoring again today, as you guys can see here. Let me turn the camera around. As you guys can see here, we have the hood cowl off. I took off the hood scoop off. It's not really a scoop because there's nothing functional about it, but took the cowl off, took the hood scoop off, took out like 2 pounds of leaves. There's still some leaves in there, but we're gonna get to cleaning all this. We're going to get to restoring this, painting it, getting it in good condition. I took this off because this was full of like wax particles and everything. It was like super white under there. I bought the 3M tape, got to remove that. And as you guys can see, down the line in the near future, this is gonna have to get a new paint job. All right, so addressing a quick little issue, I had posted on Instagram that there was a new project coming to the channel. Now, something fell in my lap around the neighborhood. It is a 2004 Mustang GT like this one in black, cobra'd out, meaning it had the Cobra kit, front bumper, rear bumper, and the car only had 70,000 miles. Now, got to talking to the guy. Obviously, this car runs strong, and it runs very strong for what it is. This car has no leaks, no hiccups, no nothing. This Mustang that I got right here, to me, is kind of like a gem, and I think I did a good job on buying this bad boy. This is like I said, this was one of 537s ever made with this paint and trim coat. But when you're talking about the miles, that was a really low mile car. Although that's something you want to jump on. I had this car for sale. I posted this car for sale because the idea is that you always got to elevate yourself. You always got to do better. Even though this car is good, you can't really compare it to a two-year newer Mustang with 70,000 miles, which is a whole lot less miles than this one. It's very good condition, paint job, Cobra bumpers back and forward, front and back, interiors in mint condition. And I honestly didn't want to let this car go, but I posted it for sale because there are some people who were interested in it. Essentially, nobody came through to buy it. It was all talk. Like everything is always all talk. It's always this, it's always that. I can't even believe, and I won't even mention the offers that I got for this car because I really don't get what world people are living in these days. You know, it's really, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So essentially, I got to talking to the guy. I backed out of the deal. I didn't get the other car. I did have the money. I do have the money to go buy it, but I don't want to have too many cars here. I just don't have the space. So since I can only work on one at a time just because of the space, and even though I could technically park it back here, but we do a lot of stuff here in this patio, I can only get one. So I had to back out the deal. The gentleman sold it, but we're always still looking for upgrading and getting new cars. So yeah, I'm gonna get to working on the hood cowl right now. I got a whole lot of mess here, but anyways, this is a hood cowl here. We are going to, I bought a 100, this was a 100, I believe, or 200 on the scuff. We're gonna scuff it down, then clean it, then hit it up with the paint. I bought this one here. This one is from Duplicolor. This is for trim and bumper, so this one's good for plastic and everything else you need to know. And just because it needed to be redone, I mean, you can kind of look at it. It even has paint here. It needs to be redone. So let's go ahead and jump to a time lapse. Let's go ahead and start replacing it and start doing the work on it, because this is going to come out real nice. All right, so the hood scoop on the bottom, this is, you guys can see how I had all the wax particles on it. So the hood scoop in the bottom, the tabs, the front tabs like this one, they're broken, and this one up here too. So from here to like here, I'm gonna hit it with JB Weld. I have the plastic JB Weld, which is amazing, and we're gonna go ahead and seal that because we don't want that to break, or you know, if you're on the highway, you don't want that to fly off. I just noticed, it's got a bunch of 3M tape, so I gotta remove all that and then put the one that I bought. right, so since I removed now the 3M tape that was on it, I'm gonna hit this part with compound and then polish and then a little bit of wax. Well, not wax, compound and polish, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the scoop. I already finished putting the 3M JB Weld, 3M JB Weld. The JB Weld on it is holding up pretty tight. That's a plastic one, so it's gonna be pretty hard. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit this with compound, and we can remove that whole square that's there. So this piece right here is the one that goes under the spare tire. Now I'm gonna try to save this one. Obviously you can get yourself some material and make one yourself, so it's no big deal. Ford doesn't make this anymore. There's obviously a discontinued part. This actually goes glued to the trunk, and the spare tire will go on the top. I'm gonna try to save this one, hit it there, try to get it as clean as I can, and then put it back in the trunk. I'm just gonna leave it there, dry overnight, and come back to it tomorrow or maybe at night. It should be pretty much dry. I hit it pretty much like pretty heavy with the super clean. I also hit it with some like Amway soap that's like for heavy fabric, and we can all see it's got little cuts and stuff like that. This goes under the car cut, under the, like I said, under the spare. So that for now is gonna do. As you can see, it dropped a lot of like I don't know, whatever you call that, like lint or whatever, but got it pretty clean. I think when it dries up, it should be pretty good. So it is the next day. I got a lot done yesterday. I painted the hood cowl, fixed everything on the hood scoop. We should be able to put the hood cowl back on today. I'm gonna start putting the 3M tape on it, the 3M double-sided stick tape, because that's what Ford recommends for you to do. I'm gonna show you guys the hood scoop, how the hood cowl, how it came out. And I was also able to fix the hood scoop and all the little tabs on the side that were broken. So we're gonna get to tackling that and finish doing a little bit of cleaning on the engine bay. Should be able to put it back today. Factory new, OEM, everything. I cleaned it. Looks fresh. So we'll put that on in a minute. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest. All right, so I laid down the 3M tape all around the hood scoop, the non-functional hood scoop. Laid it all down there, and just as soon as I go ahead and put it on, then I'll strip it. I'll take the stuff in the top off, and we'll go ahead and go from there. All right, guys, we are like day 3 into doing the small restoration of the Mustang. We have the hood scoop on, and we are gonna go ahead and install. I'm gonna go ahead and start installing the inside part of the cowl, which, as you guys can see, I restored it too, and I painted it also. So let's go ahead and put that one back on, and then we're gonna put the top one on. This piece here came out phenomenal. I love the way it came out. Just pretty much restored it to what OEM would look like. Probably a little bit more shiny than OEM but I did use a trim and bumper paint, which is technically made for bumpers and plastic and stuff like that, which is pretty good. So just gonna go ahead and put the top on now. All right, boys and girls, so day 3 is coming to a halt. We've been on this for like 4 days, and I know I could have probably knocked this out in like 2 days or so, but going to get parts and I'm running around doing some other stuff. So the hood cowl is already on. This is freshly painted. It's obviously a little dirty because I've been touching it or whatever. So at some point I noticed that yes, I'm gonna have to get a new hood cowl, because as you can see from time and heat from the sun will warp it, and you see how it's lifted right there, but yet again it's all pretty straight here and it's kind of lifted there. There's no clip there. It's pretty much from the heat. My neighbor's birds are going bananas. So we did put the new molding on it. It's got a brand new 3M tape in the bottom, so we can look at how good this came out. I just got to finish putting this back on. I had to take it back off. Let me go to the trunk. I got to show you something. So I decided to hit the whole trunk with the POR 15 because we found a little bit more surface rust. So essentially when the water got through the run channels, and you guys can see the run channel there that I put the POR 15 is like right up here. The water will get in there, and I just noticed that this one has a little bit too right there that you guys can see. I don't know if you can see that too well. Let me see, let me see if I can maybe bring the ISO down a little bit. There you go. You guys can see it there. It's got a little bit of rust right here, so we for sure got to take care of that. So it's got a little bit of rust here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole trunk with POR 15. As you guys remember, in the previous episode we did this one here. There is no more sound dampener only, or dampening, I don't even know how to say that, but it's that back there for the sound. We're gonna leave that how it is because that right there doesn't have any rust. The trunk is pretty much rust free other than this little part here that has the surface rust, and that from there. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said again before, if you don't get this molding change on your SN95, that is what's gonna cost it. So for tomorrow, day 4, I'm gonna start tackling this. We're gonna start sanding it, get rid of this right here with the wire brush and the drill. Looking to maybe pick up a drill with a battery, and then just go ahead and do the whole trunk with POR 15. It's gonna come out real nice. I also have an OEM dipstick here that the old owner had left for me there, and I ended up removing everything now. So for everything here that we have, I'm gonna get this cleaned up like we did with the other carpet. These are we're obviously gonna use the super clean, but I wanted to show you something. So I've spent pretty much all afternoon removing this piece up here. I've had to remove it in order to install the hood cowl. So I had to remove this metal part here, and there was a tiny bit of surface rust right here, right up here, which I hit with the POR 15. It was just a little swipe. So we definitely have to take care of this headliner. Might decide to do it very soon. Definitely has to get done very soon, but I want to go one step at a time. I don't want to go too crazy on the car because then I'm never gonna finish it. I gotta go one at a time. So we took this out, we put in the hood cowl. Now I'm just gonna put all this back with this is the molding there, and yeah, and then finish the trunk, and then hopefully start on the headliner as soon as possible.